Welcome back, everyone. This is episode 3 of our playthrough of Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Last episode, while trying to find a way out from the hole we fell in, we stumbled upon a bunch of cool folks, and we were asked to try and find a mystical sword, which we did. Now, we still need to push further out of the caves to get back to the surface. So, let's get to it right away. Mobility check failed. Huh. Alright. We'll be able to make it out maybe. Rolling dice. Yeah, we know how this works. Thanks. Yo, look! It's your favorite, Siyh Cjazz? This is giant spoders. Alright, let's just slash him. That's it. That's it. Combat log. That's pretty neat. Yeah. This is pretty neat stuff. Alright. Fruit flies again. Oh, don't go there by yourself. Crazy Scylla. Yeah. She's daring. Attack. Yes, attack.
Wow.
You guys.
Go girls.
Alright, so
Spitting giant centipede.
yeah, and so far we're surviving very successfully. There's no real threats. That should change anytime soon, I would assume. It's like this is like the tutorial phase of the game. So, a young giant spider. Let's kill it.
Save the last one for me.
Oh wow.
Bang bang. Alright. Let's just see here if we have some equipment that we could give to Lan or Wendewag. Some bracers. I think Lan. Yeah. That stacks with well, with nothing. Doesn't have armor anymore anyways. So maybe we could... Nope, not even light armor for Lan. But Wendewag, she can equip a light padded armor. Does that reduce her chance to hit? Flat-footed 12. Attack plus 6, AC 18, flat-footed 13. What is that? If you're attacked in some way that you can't react to, any dexterity bonus you have does not apply. In this case, your AC is calculated without adding your dex bonus. Flat-footed. Alright. And what is that? She has a longbow already.
What are the stones for?
What?
Those stones.
The stones?
Yeah.
Those are just to sell. Those are just to
Okay.
sell, to make money and to buy better equipment when we'll be...
Keep that.
Yes, of course, we will. Some Kama. It's a pretty neat weapon. A pearl. A masterwork greatsword. Masterwork equipment is good because it's always worth like over $100, so these are good to collect. But we have to keep in mind that we have a weight limit. So the more items we get, the more encumber we have, and it gives some hitting penalties and stuff like that. So we need to keep that in mind as well. We cannot just grab everything all the time. So far we're pretty good though. Ooh, what's happening? You know, that's pretty neat. The spores from the mushroom that you see here. That's crazy, yeah. So, Wenduwag glances at Len, who is fixing his slipped bowstring, and quickly walks over to you. Her cat-like eyes glow from beneath her hood.
Listen here, you. I don't know who you are or where you come from, but you and I are the only two people here who see things clearly. That's why I'm asking you. Don't show the light of heaven to Saul.
Huh? You don't want me to show the light of heaven? But Lan is sure that the light should be shown to the mongrels. Why do you say that?
Lan,
Wenduwag grimaces, and a guttural, husky snarl unfurls in her throat.
he wants to play the hero. His first idea, if you remember, was to grab the sword and run headlong into the maze. Does that sound like a plan to you? To me, it sounds like suicide. The worst part is that the tribe might actually take these words to heart and follow where he leads.
I thought you considered the mongrels to be great warriors. What's up with that?
The descendants of great warriors, I believe that my people are worthy of greatness, that we are strong and can do many things. That's why we were chased down here. We scared people. But it's one thing to go hunting in the caves and another to fight in the shield maze.
Wenduwag leans closer, her pupils dilating.
I've been here. I've been there. I've spent my whole life training so I can make it through all the way to the end. There were more of us trackers at the start. We were young and stupid. What's a couple of monsters when there's a whole world out there waiting for us? That's what we thought. But we weren't prepared. The maze isn't just a physical challenge. It tricks you. It makes you doubt your own mind. It's cunning and full of traps. It's dark as the primordial night. At some point, you start to think you're the guts of a living creature that's just swallowed you whole, and the air itself is eating away at your flesh.
Wenduwag looks away.
I had to learn from my friends' mistakes. I had to step over their bodies and go further. I don't want to have to do that again. And it will happen again if a crowd or ill-prepared fighters burst into the maze with no idea where they're going, all because Len believes that a glowing sword will solve all our problems.
Don't you want to save the kids lost in the maze, though?
I do want to, but I'm not going to risk the future of the tribe for the sake of a few stupid kids. Chief Saul is hesitant, and for good reason. He also understands how dangerous this is for the tribe. Lan's the only one who benefits from these childish games of heroism. I'll go alone if I have to and find them, or whatever's left to them, without any heroics, relying on myself, risking only my own life.
Wenduwag slows.
You and your friends, you can come with me. Perhaps we can make it to the end of the maze together and find a way out to the surface.
I'll think about it. Just let's go, alright?
Don't show the chief the light, and I'll lead you through the maze to the surface. I swear it.
Yeah. You girls seem to have an agenda of your own, I think. All those little secrets. What's up with that? Characters. So, I'm chaotic neutral. I'm a Hell Knight, and I'm a would-be Hell Knight, in fact. But I'm not about that like strange things like I need order. I'm there to enforce order and definitely to chase people that are sketchy, and to me, you two guys are already sketchy. Lan is lawful neutral, and she is, there we go, neutral evil. So, I'm not sure that I'll take her word for it. I'd like to... I want to show off my skills, my new angelic light. And there are kids that are probably dying in the maze right now, so... We'll see. We'll see. Look at that. Fishing under the mushroom light. Uplanders. They should have stayed on the surface. They have no business coming down there. And when do I always dragging back trash from the caves? Oh, no offense. Huh. Fuck you. Sorry, guys. Language, Siyh, language. What do you have to say? Trash from the caves. Yeah. Yes, we're uplanders. Yeah. Yeah. You guys are not really hospitable. Eh? Oh. You make a tent out of a demon's wing or something? Sweet. Your first impression of the mongrel village is of a squalid dump, with the others to match. Unblinking, glowing eyes watching you from the gloom, and deformed shadows slope between the huts. You see some mongrels gutting white, eyeless fish, while others are repairing fishing nets. All the signs of a normal village life, but tense expectation hangs in the air. Chief Siyh. A heavy-set aged mongrel. A heavy-set aged mongrel slowly shuffles his way towards you. The hair on his head grows in limp, wispy strands, and his face has a distinctly rat-like appearance with pronounced teeth, and you hear a rattling sound in his chest with every breath he takes. One of his eyes is white, fully scarred by cataracts, while the other gleams with moisture. Uplanders, end times are upon us indeed. Chief Siyh, we found the angel's sword, and we found the one who can wield it. Land points at you. He had a vision, and now the angel's sword is somehow inside him. Gather the tribe. Anyone who can hold a weapon. The young ones are still alive. We can go and save them. Siyh raises his hand with ragged, broken fingernails. Ah, Lan, always dreaming, always talking. You're too hasty for your own good. It's going to get you in trouble. Siyh eyes you up and down. An uplander with the light of heaven. That's too good for us. Our kind don't have good things happen. There's always a catch. Lan trusts people because he likes to believe. Isn't that right, Lan? I'm the chief. I don't work on fate. Show the light. Wenduwag stares at you intently, like a cat watching a bird, and shakes her head in warning. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I will help you find the lost mongrels in the maze, but you can quit hoping for magical sword. No. Lawful. So here's the thing. You got the mythic path here referenced. So I wonder if as soon as we click this, if it traps us into the angel mythic path, because I don't know which mythic path I want us to take right now. But our sword, is there someone else from the surface? Our sword, our choices, sorry. Is there someone else from the surface? I can help you, but there's no sword. We won't help you, there's no sword. Or Lan speaks the truth. Let's start to see if there's someone else from the surface first. Chief Siyh points off to the side. There he is, hale and hearty and prim as a peacock, just like me. Siyh laughs, but quickly returns to business. It's not good. Too many uplanders. It's not good. It's not right. What are you up to here? You're not one of us. We're not your kind. When the time comes, we'll come to you, not you to us. There's no dialogue, no new dialogue option, and I really want to save those kids, so we'll just go and click the Angel Mythic Path and reveal the light of heaven. Oh. The heavenly flame flares to life at your unspoken command. Bright, pure dancing with multicolored sparks like a sunbeam passing through stained glass. The mongrels abandon their tasks and stare, transfixed. The light is bright, but not blinding. It is warm, but its warmth is soul deep. You've performed a lawful action. Chief Soul is silent for a while. Tears are streaming down his wide, pale face, but the old man doesn't even care to wipe them away.
So it's true. The angel did not forsake us. No, he came. Back from the dead, he came to save our children.
Lan gives you a nod of thanks. The scowled half of his face is indifferent, but the human half is visibly relieved, as if he wasn't sure all this time that you would support him. Wenduag hisses at you like an angry cat.
See these fishermen and these hunters? These husks of men and women? Their blood will be on your hands.
We have the blessing of the angels. We will survive and help the young tribesmen. I'm not responsible for others' decisions. Or say nothing. Well, her arguments didn't really strike sense to me, so I'll say that I'm just not responsible for others' decision. Hey, I got an angel light in me. I want to show it off, okay? Wenduag snarls in fury.
And why are they making these decisions? Because of you. You've sealed their fate. You're a murderer.
You always think the worst, Wendu. We're not on our own in this anymore. We've got allies. Well, a couple at least, but one good fighter's worth 10 bad ones.
You have the right of it, Lan. But we're nethers. We're going to wait. I sent a messenger to summon all the tribes. It will take time, yes, but they will all come. They will all come for the light. Wait, Lan. Wait, Umplenders. Rest a while in one of our huts. Our home is your home.
Lan sighs. Alright, Chief. Understood. Let's hope that a few hours isn't the difference between life and death for those kids. If they ask me what took us so long, I'll tell them it was your decision. Wenduag only grits her teeth in silence. So, I'm not sure I'm following here. I'm not sure I'm following because
Get lost.
no, it's just that there are kids lost in the maze right now, and the more we wait, the more chances they have to like get killed. Wenduag didn't want us to tell the chief so that the kids would just die, you know? Lan wants us to go right away, but the chief doesn't want. So, yeah. It's a little bit confusing right now for me. But let's level up. In our Armiger, we're level 2. Oh yeah. Athletics. How about persuasion? Lore world. And lore nature. Yeah, that's good enough for me. So, can we have greater armor focus? Allied, weapon focus. We have greater weapon focus.
Who do you think will follow? Are you going to follow Lan or Wenduag?
Wenduag is sketchy as hell. Greater penetrating strike.
But maybe she's just being realistic.
I think. I'm not sure. Oh, we need to be level 8 to get greater weapon focus. So. Can we have penetrating strike?
I think all these highlighted weapons are available.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't want another weapon focus. We already have the longsword. I
So
want
maybe
the penetrating strike feat. But I can't seem to find it. Combat reflex, you may make a number of additional attacks of opportunity per round equal to your dex bonus. We're not a dex-based fighter. Coordinated, dazzling display, endurance, +2 bonus on athletics, +4 bonus on fortitude saves against fatigue and exhaustion. Sleep in light or medium armor. Improved initiative. I think that's always good. Yep. Get a +4 bonus on initiative checks. Let's go with that. Alright. And now Siyh. Siyh will keep the paladin route. Oh, and by the way, guys, if you have any suggestions for multi-classing, leave it in the comments below, because yeah, if it was only for of me, I would just like continue straight there, one class. Not familiar with multi-classing that much, so I'm open to some cool combination. And what's up with your skill points? Gonna make Lord Religion. She's a paladin, and that's it. Knowledge World. This, yeah. Let's focus on World and Religion and Persuasion. Yeah. She has high charisma, so Persuasion would be good on her. I've just wasted some skill points on my character. It's okay. Alright, and how about you? Little... what's her face? Camellia. You're shaman. You're shaman. And you will stay a shaman until further notice. Thank you. Trickery. Sweet. It's high trickery points. This and what other one? Perception. So, yeah. She could be our perceptful character. How do you say that? The keenest one of the group. So trickery and perception, that fits her well. And some hex. Alright. Ice Plant. This hex grants the shaman a +2 natural armor bonus. That is a great one. Alright. Now Lizard Goat Man. Lan, the Zen Archer. Alright, Zen Archer. Keep going. Perception. We already have one perception. You'll go athletics, mobility, stealth, maybe? Let's go with stealth. That's good. Oh yeah. Bam. +8. That's good. Precise shot. Yeah, you're our Zen archer. You get precise shot. Way of the longbow. Good job, Lan. And you, little devil. You'll keep being a fighter. You'll stay a fighter. And oh shit! Look at her portrait.
Yeah,
It's
so
awesome.
cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. Athletics, mobility, perception. Meh. Let's go with mobility and trickery. I don't really care for her because she's a little too evil to stay in our group. And gonna be your feet. Deadly aim here. We don't care. I don't care much. Don't get too attached to her. Alright, so maybe quick save. There we go. Let's just grab everything that isn't nailed down. Can I speak with you again? Hey, I want to ask a few questions.
Aye.
Tell me about the mongrels.
Eh? Oh, well, we're the Crusaders under the ground, the children of the first Crusaders. The world wound touches everyone. Look at us. We are all marked by it. The Uplanders didn't like it. They drove us down here, but we have a secret.
So's one good eye twinkles slyly.
We're waiting. When the shield maze falls, that is the end of our lives down here. We will go up to the surface to fight. Until then, we don't. Our place is here. But now we have all seen the light of heaven. Now we can go. Now, what other signs do we need? We must fulfill our Crusaders' duty.
Tell me about Wendwag.
Oh, Wendwag, our beauty, our huntress, our beauty.
Ooh, 8-legged beauty.
Who is more skilled than Wendwag? There are braver fighters, yes, but brave doesn't mean skilled. Wendwag is the only one to go into the maze and come out again. The others listen to everything she has to say.
Well, tell me about Lan.
Lan, he's not one of us. No, not one of us. His father was one of us, but his mother, no. They took him up to the surface. They ruined him as a child. Then they came back, but he wasn't one of us. A good hunter, yes, but he feels trapped down here. But he can't go up there either. It's not safe. He wouldn't last long.
Oh, thank you for your enlightening answers. And what are you gonna do now?
The messenger is swift. He'll rally the tribes, all of them. The angel's light is with us, so we will follow it. Now you, go, rest, eat.
Can I just clarify, we are Uplanders prisoners or guests here?
Have you drawn weapons against us? No. Have you killed us? No. Have you stolen our food? Yes. No. You're guests.
Okay, I'll just look around and not steal your things. Not stealing at all. Alright, so let's do just a little quick save, keep exploring the village a bit. Look, these are fly wings.
Oh,
Giant
really?
fly wings, it looks like. It's cool. The amount of detail put in that game is really, really impressive. Oh! Yes, we do it my way indeed. It's Horgus Worm. Ha! Human faces at last? An elderly man in expensive but not ostentatious clothes approaches you. His face is prepared with several healed cuts and bruises and twisted in an expression of extreme discontent. I thought the whole city was lost, that I should have to live out my remaining days down here with these gestures vaguely towards the Mongols. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Horgus Worm. Yes, that Worm. No, you no doubt have heard of me if you've spent any time at all in the city. I have a business proposition for you. Dude, your name tells me nothing. Who are you? You truly are freshly arrived in the city, then? You couldn't have picked a worse time, that's for certain. Only just arrived and the city's been razed to rubbles. You should know that you are looking at one of the richest and most distinguished men in Canabras. Ho ho ho. I may not be as well known as certain swaggering loudmouths who spend their lives threpsing from one ball to the next, but the Gwyrm Trading Company is one of the pillars of this city. I'll have you know. Did you see the marquees in the square? I paid for these. Tried any festival delicacies? Well, you have Horgus Gwyrm to thank for that. Okay. How did you end up here? Like everyone else, down I went when that accursed beetle cleaved the ground in twain beneath our feet. I'm lucky I didn't break my neck in the fall, and I'm doubly lucky that I didn't encounter any subterranean cockroaches on my blind wanderings, and instead came across hunters from this settlement. Although I must say that when I first glimpsed their physiognomies, my life flashed before my very eyes. But they turned out to be decent chaps. Frightening to look at, but able to keep a bargain, let's say. You don't speak very kindly of the mongrels, even though they saved your life, man. Pah! Kind words are for people with hours to fritter away on pleasantries. Horgus Gwyrm speaks his mind, and he pays for services rendered not with kind words, but with hard coin. I gave the mongrels my dagger in exchange for their help. Its handle is worth more than their whole village. Alright, what kind of business proposition? I don't know what is happening on the surface right now, but I'm determined to find out. You have no intention of seeing out the rest of your days in this village, I suspect. We must find a road back to the surface to the city, if there's anything left to it. You are young and strong, and I will be no trouble for you, sir. Oh no. But alas, I am not as fit as I once was. I can't go crawling about through caves, playing at scouts. My proposition is simple. Lead me back to the city and I shall pay you 1,000 gold coins. Dude, hell yeah. 2,000 gold. Why not 10,000 gold or 100,000 gold? No, let's not be miserable. Let's say 1,000,000 gold. My initial offer was a king's ransom. You've likely never seen so much gold in all of your life. It's non-negotiable. I said 1,000, that's my final offer. Money first. I would gladly pay in advance, but all my wealth is up on the surface. Fear not, the word of a Gwyrm is worth more than platinum. Ask anyone. Horgus Gwyrm has never reneged on a deal. Well...
Would you believe him? Would you trust him?
Yes, I mean, if he lies, I'll just cut his throat.
Deal.
Deal? Alright, deal. Splendid! In the meantime, I shall sit here in the village on my stake. Alright, we have to go. Go on, go on. Don't forget our agreement, though. When you find a way out, be sure to tell me. Yes, sir. I sure will.
Sounds clever.
Be sure to pay me when I'll tell you. So, we've explored this way. Let's see a little more further south. There's a mongrel, a mongrel, a mongrel, a mongrel. Is there any tradesmen in this mongrel village.
Mongrelicious. Mongrelicious.
Yes, indeed. Oh, something to not steal. Frank.
Honor.
Onwards! Oh. Oink. Hey, Anevia. This tragedy may not have been... This tragedy may not have happened if you'd spent less time surveilling honest citizens and more time tracking the real spies and demon worshippers.
Brilliant idea. How come I didn't think of it? Now, if only the cultists would tell us they were cultists, then we wouldn't have to waste time investigating honest citizens who decide to go all cloak and dagger right under our noses.
Horgus and Anevia sit some distance apart, sniping at one another in an idle fashion that testifies to their long acquaintance and mutual dislike. When they notice you, they quickly fall silent. Hey, what's the bad blood between you two? It's an old matter. Miss Terabade here had the notion of spying on me, then of rummaging through my goods. I ask you, do I look like a cultist?
Cultist. Don't tend to look like cultists. You know, that's kinda whole problem. And you, Mr. Worm, built a whole secret operation of buying and smuggling into the city. What was it? Oh yeah, magical weapons. How was I supposed to know that all the rigmarole with middleman was so you could anonymously donate supplies in the crusade?
Don't you see, I have a reputation to uphold, one that I value most highly. Horgus Worm is a hard-nosed businessman, not a good fairy from a tale. Yes, I care about my city. Yes, I wish to see that its defender, my defenders, were well-fed, healthy, and well-armed. But to make those donations openly was unthinkable. I might as well hang a sign outside my door welcoming in every sponger, leech, and parasite in the city.
I appreciate your help for the crusade. No jokes. You're an alright bloke. But carrying on secret dealings in a city this teeming with cultists is a huge pain in the backside for us. Lad whose job it is to keep an eye on that sort of thing.
Hey, by the way, Nevia, how's the leg? How's the twig? The girl scrunches up her nose.
Well, it hasn't fallen off yet, so that's good. They bandaged me up all nice and smeared some stinking stuff on the wound, so it looks like I'm gonna live. They said wait a day and I'll be right as rain, so I'm waiting.
And how do you feel about those mongrels? I thought they were just a story. The sort of things drunks in the tavern would come out with. Now I discover that it's true. Well, what can I possibly think of them? The poor creatures are most unfortunate with their faces and their minds so deformed. It's a miracle they're even alive.
The part that boggles my mind is that they're the descendants of the first Crusaders. All this they've been living beneath our feet, in caves in the dirt. If I'd known the legends about them were true, I'd have dedicated my life to getting them out of this place.
To what end? The people of Canabrius would have stoned them on sight, and Prelate Hulrun would have had them tossed on the pyre en masse. Whatever the ills of this place, it is their home. How long do you think they would have survived on the surface? Yeah, makes a point. What are you going to do when you get back to the surface? I'm gonna go home. Last I knew, I owned a very fine mansion. I shall see if it's still standing if I'm now homeless.
I'm going to find Arabeth. She's my wife and the leader of the Eagle Watch. As long as she lives, she won't allow Canaveras to fall.
Alright, and what do you guys think is happening in the city right now? I mean, like, it must be crazy. Perhaps the city is no more. If this Carrie himself appear, there's no telling how bad things are.
Can you hold off on writing our obituaries just yet? The city is full of fighters, and besides, it's barely a stone's throw from Nerosian. I think our people will hold on long enough for reinforcement to come from the Queen. This ain't Discary's home turf. He's gonna have to retreat or else off the whole Medivian army.
Alright, that's a pretty good insight. We gotta go. Go on there and don't dilly-dally. The sooner we get out of here, the likelier we are to find some people still alive that up there.
Take care of yourself.
Alright, guys. I won't be hold to. And I won't continue this episode right now because it's been... I think we're about time to finish that episode, in fact. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoy, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.